Sorry, I don't know where the hell I've actually put my lapel mic, so we're gonna have to do with the mic on top of the camera and hope you can hear me. Saturday at Condo, much better weather than Friday, that's for sure. We started off 5th on the road after the prologue on the Friday. So I believe we had Jesse Broad, Prisky, Archie, Corey Banks, then myself. We did start a bit later because there were quite a few amendments that needed to be done to the road books due to some printing issues. Of course, the first stage of the rally, everyone's still getting their eye in, trying to figure out the notes, getting into the flow of things, and they threw us right into the tightest stage of the rally.
Bring it on.
Despite all the rain that had in the area, it was still quite dusty. I was taking it easy until I started catching dust. Turns out I'd caught up to Corey. I started pushing a bit. We had a good ride for quite a few kilometres together. I really wished the camera didn't bugger up. It recognised a battery disconnection from the vibration, so it shut itself off. Did have the quite blurry third-person footage though. Thank you for that.
What do you fellas got in that thing? Stock.
But no, I had a ball and I managed to snag my first stage win ever. So I'm very happy with that, considering I wasn't pushing for the entirety of the stage. I just really like riding in tight rocky shit. Now, on the way to stage 4 after lunch, at the end of the transport, we jumped off the main road, scooted across to a fence and down a twin track. All well and good. However, I went to downshift off the bitumen and my gear lever was no longer there. Thankfully, I kind of expected it to happen at some point, so I had a spare gear lever on my rally tower. Threw that on, we were good to go.
So now that it's over, can we just say goodbye? So
Prior to this stage, I had some issues with my road book. It was kind of grabbing and then slipping, so we fixed that at the lunch stop. However, with what we'd fixed it with, it kind of left a residue in the bottom of the road book holder. That wreaked havoc with my road book.
Should be right. I'll be right. I think I just got to keep right and watch out for a gutter. Further than that, keep following ribbons.
Pulled the road book cover off, taped it back together, and then of course I couldn't see the next instruction. Because I was pissed off, I was pushing, and I couldn't actually see my notes. I overshot the hell out of it, looked down at my map, saw there was meant to be a corner of some sort there. Looked across, saw the track we were meant to be on, jumped a log, jumped back on, but I know quite a few people lost some time there. I remember, I think it was about 30 k's in, I started to develop a bit of a headache. By the 50k mark, my head was absolutely pounding. Just this constant throb, almost like a migraine throb. You couldn't get rid of it. The only way I could is to take my helmet off, take my earplugs out, which I wasn't stopping in the middle of the stage to do. Now, it was a 120 odd kilometre stage through some tracks that don't look like there were tracks. There was just paddock edges, which again, quite fun. Struggling to focus because your head's screaming at you, it's a bit of an issue. Because of this, I did back down the pace a bit. I did fall off at the road crossing. My front wheel hit a rock going through the corner. It unloaded the forks, and then I was already sideways when they released and they just slid across the ground. So yeah, you're welcome everyone for the view.
What the fuck's that?
14, I think that's 14, 15 plus your 42 minutes.
So after all the shit that went wrong on Saturday, I still managed to walk away third for the day. So that put us third on the road for Sunday, which came with its own issues.